Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Grill and Bar and Maeve's Bar Sligo.
That was
Instagram Live.
Our manager doesn't even know what Instagram looks like. Hasn't a clue, man. That fella. Do you know what he thought? He thought we were on MySpace there.
Bebo.
He thought the boys were on Bebo Live, he said.
Yeah, Bebo Live.
Fucking
Poking
hell,
the
man.
shite out of each other.
That's supposed to be our manager, but you don't even think things from Bebo.
Look
What are we on about? Oh, yeah, because we went live there to try and promote the gig on
gig?
the 7th September there in Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre.
Oh, that's right. It's coming up very fast.
Yeah, it's coming up too fast, Ray, and none of us have thought anything about
No.
it. And now I'm at panic attack stations.
I'd say that.
It's awful annoying.
At least I have another one more weekend of activities to inform my storytelling.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter if you're telling it to nobody.
Yeah, but it does. I don't mind that. You do.
That is so stupid. You're the stupidest person. How do you not mind that?
The less people there, the better it is for me.
That is, I mean, no wonder. I'd have to realise, and I'm so self-deprecating, I thought it was me that was holding us back.
No,
it's
it's
not.
me.
You're the problem.
Yeah.
I'm perfect.
Yeah.
In every way.
All the ways.
I should listen to Christina Aguilera.
All the
when
ways
she
that
said
you
it to me.
wonder.
Said, you are beautiful.
Yeah.
And you look like a mix between Jeffrey Dahmer and Jerry Adams.
Thanks.
We just went live on Instagram there, and everyone was like, come here, why is Jeffrey Dahmer in your room?
Just
It's
because
mad.
they're Jerry Adams glasses.
Yeah, but there are Jeffrey Dahmer glasses now.
Now
apparently,
they
as well.
are, yeah.
Come here, watch this big. I'm drinking coffee now because.
Open up the beer.
I was asleep at 5 to 6
Why?
because I'm. Why, Ray? Oh, just because I have a child is all. That's all. That's
What was the
only
child
reason.
doing up? Was she having a party?
So Mondays are bad days for Kendy.
Right.
Okay, so I go and gig with the boys on every single Sunday night.
You do.
And I don't get home then until 1:30 or 2 o'clock, whenever the boys decide they want to finish the gig.
Yeah.
Depends on how many beers are there. So then,
Right, okay.
our gig on a Sunday.
It's determined by the number of viewers
It's
in the bar.
Yeah, because if there's loads of them, then the boys are like, why don't we gig for 3.5 hours? We should. And I'm like, what?
And you're the only one there going, I don't need this.
Yeah, I'm the one going, I wouldn't mind going home now, actually, if I'm being honest.
That's so true.
Yeah. So, but I get that though. So I always say to the lads, well, it's not my choice though, because I can, just because I have a baby and a wife doesn't mean I can decide
Yeah.
that we should all just go home.
Yeah.
Now, usually I would say 2 hours is plenty of
2
music,
hours
lads.
plenty for the viewers.
Yeah, maybe not 3.5. So, but it's not my choice, you know. I mean, I can have a say and say, can we finish? And they can say, no.
You can make a request.
I can request that, yeah.
Yeah. Here,
But,
can you play a song? Which one? None. Just stop.
Come here, lads, I have an idea for the next song. Go on,
Yeah.
let's finish. Yeah.
Let's leave it at that.
It's 11:30 mark. Couldn't give a shit.
What about the beer I got you?
Now, there's more stuff I wanted to say.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice beer, isn't it?
That's a really good beer, Ray.
Yeah.
That's actually probably my favourite beer you've ever
It's
brought
called
in.
an Atlantic Pale Ale by
Atlantic
Sharps
Pale Ale.
Brewery, which sound very, very English. Which I'm sorry about now. It's tropical and refreshing, which is nothing like the Atlantic, unless you're in that place that we have the one listener.
It's American hops.
Is it? Great.
So it's obviously East Coast America. Can I just say Atlantic is a great name?
It's a great name.
Isn't it?
Isn't it a great name?
What a great name
There.
Atlantic is. Can I
Take
have
a
a
Mickey.
Mickey? Give me the Mickey.
That was a good catch.
I'm drinking coffee though as well. Now I'm drinking Sharps American Atlantic. Wow.
That's nice. Now my body has not had an alcoholic reaction to that.
I'm after having a mad epiphany with it. I won't say anything yet, no, but
No.
Atlantic is after just
Would you
blowing.
call something that, would you?
I'm just thinking there must be you could use that for a name or
Yeah,
something else.
name it
couldn't
like
you?
a band or something.
Leave that with me,
I'll
will
leave
you?
that with you. Yeah.
Jeez, will you leave that with me,
Call
Ray?
it the Atlantic, something, whatever it is like.
The Atlantic.
The Atlantic. It's a beautiful.
That is...
Yeah. Did you ever hear a more subtle tidbit of
Jeez.
information? Anyway.
Will you leave that with me, Ray?
Yeah,
will you?
leave it with you. Yeah. You were going to prow on there with some upsetting things.
I haven't a clue. Anyway, I was saying, I was asleep, that's all. Mondays are hectic, you see, because it's so late on a Sunday night. That
So you get in at what time?
usually about 2 o'clock or so.
And why is the child up?
No, the child's not up. But then
Nicola's up.
Yeah, but then I'm up very early then with the child.
Oh, the child is up. She's an early
So
starter.
I'm up then all day, and then Nicola came
What's
back from
Nicola
work
doing?
there. Nicola, she's in like working or something.
Oh.
I keep saying this is suffrage.
Women
my
with
arse.
ambition.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Nothing worse than it.
It's unbelievable, and we
Yeah.
saw a lot of that actually. We'll get on to that as well because I want to talk about women quite a bit. We saw a lot of feminist fair play to me's now. I must say, we saw a lot of feminist fair play to me's in Edinburgh, but we'll get on to that in a minute. But yeah, Nicola's mad working. So the point of the story I wanted to get to is I had to sleep right before we did this podcast, so I'm only waking up now.
Right, good.
So hopefully I start kind of motoring.
Yeah.
Maybe towards the last 5 minutes of the podcast might be ideal. So that's the crack. Any crack? No, we didn't do last week.
We didn't.
And
I'm
the reason
sorry about that.
is because we went away.
I made a call. I asked. I put in a request. can we please take a week off because I can't do it.
Yeah, and then I said, yeah, no bother at all,
Yeah,
didn't I?
very sound about it.
Yeah. I wish the boys in my band would also say something. Nah, I'm joking. I'm only vested.
Yeah.
But why did we take a week off though?
As I had my first stag.
You're the first stag.
My first stag of many, I presume.
Yeah, I mean, if that was that to go by, I can't wait for your second one.
Yeah, that's what everybody was saying.
Oh my God.
Where are you going to go next?
So,
no, it's my only stag. Which is mad when that actually strikes you. You're halfway through and going, this is the only time in my life I'm ever going to be on my stag.
Yeah. And also, like,
the Americans, the bachelor party.
Yeah, a bachelor party.
That's what I said to one of them. I said, we're on a stag, and she looked at me like I had 10 heads in me. And then I was like, yeah, bunch of lads, I'm getting married. Oh, your bachelor party.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
That was a really good impersonation.
These Americans are stupid. So so we went to Edinburgh for 2 days.
We did. And so a lot of boys hadn't been, including you.
21 of us.
20 people. We had a substitution halfway through. We took one of the lads off the pitch.
Yeah.
He was busy, and we put another man from the same county on.
Yeah, so one fellow left, and as they were, one of them was flying back to Ireland, and the other one was flying over to Scotland. They actually high-fived out the windows of the planes.
Yeah, and there was a gentleman with a board. And the number 20 was written on it. And
that's
20.
right. And then he started talking out the sideline in the middle aisle.
Yeah.
And anyway, that's enough euphemisms and metaphors
for that.
A load of shit.
We did spend too long on that, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh, far too long.
Far too long.
Anyway,
to Edinburgh.
Yeah. So
Tuesday.
We went to Edinburgh. No, like, let's get our overall synopsis of Edinburgh out of the way.
Right.
Okay, and then you can go into the.
I have very little, so it's all you today.
I just told you I was asleep. I have a coffee in my hand.
And a beer.
Yeah, I have a coffee and a beer and I don't know which one.
It was very nice, landed at the airport. Alan Clark had a very big surprise.
Yeah.
He had, so there's billboards, not billboards, like there's important information screens at Knock Airport.
So while people were trying to figure out, I wonder is my flight to Mallorca delayed or not, they couldn't see that because there was 3 pictures of Ray up and it said, Edinburgh, if you see this man, please stay away.
Yeah.
Which people could have actually gone, shit, is there someone here that we shouldn't be going near?
Very funny, especially when I was trying to pay for my breakfast and the lady behind the counter was looking at me going,
And I wouldn't mind as well, but my big fear with stags is that people know we're on a stag.
there was no doubt about it there.
So then straight away...
I'm surprised we got into the pub and knock.
Yeah, that's what they were going to say. Not tonight, lads.
Not tonight, lads. Too many.
Not this morning, lads. Not this morning.
No. We must talk about that as well, the time we nearly got turned away.
Yeah, we did, until Ray Sweet talked. But we get on to all of that. Let's talk about, I had never been to Edinburgh.
No.
So we leave Knock Airport.
We do. The familiarity.
We must have been on the flight for the guts of 40 minutes.
The best part of an hour.
Oh, it was unreal. I mean, how easy was that? And then we landed in Edinburgh. Now, I've been to some, I won't say a lot, some cities in my time. Yeah. I'm like mediocrely travelled gentleman.
I wouldn't even go mediocrely.
No.
Amateur traveller.
I'm seldom travelled. Edinburgh. What a city that is.
It is.
So it's not like a city, it's like a town, first of all.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get over
the high walls.
We've heard so much about Dublin. Shut up, you. We've heard so much about Dublin and all these places and don't go there now, and if you're there, mind your handbag and the young fellas will kick the head of you.
Yeah.
We need more guards on the streets. Oh my God, you guys. We went to Edinburgh. The best way to describe it was, well, I said it there. First of all, it was during the Fringe Festival, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, there was
busy.
There was a whole host. It was mobbed, and there was a whole host of feminist fair play to me's going on. Okay,
you're going to expand on that in a minute.
So the Fringe Festival is full of like
all sorts of people.
So hey, you guys, you want to come see my show? It's in a circus tent, and we actually just talk about how like drag queens aren't really recognised by the government, but in a funny way though, you guys. It's amazing. You should know by the bull ring in my nose that I'm very sincere.
Yeah.
And my pink hair, what is that? Oh, it's all hair. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So there was a lot of that. Okay, approximately all of them.
There was a Santa Claus.
That was a woman as well.
No, it wasn't.
No, she didn't shave.
Myself and Smoothie coming back from the breakfast one in the mornings, we met a full-on Santa Claus. And he says, come see my show. And I said, this is what you'd be at in August.
So every 5 yards during the Fringe Festival, there's shows. And the one thing, like what I'm trying to get at is, I didn't realise how woke the Fringe Festival was like.
Yeah.
You know? I'm sure that's obviously
but
normal.
It's equal, it's woke and normal in equal measure.
Yeah, so there is acts there that obviously aren't that way, but like everyone
like the one we went to see.
Yeah, everyone who's promoting them on the street, they're all mental shows. Oh, come see why Harry Potter is all about like the patriarchy, you guys. It's a really funny show. Is it though? Or are you just going to call men a bastard? Be honest with me now. You're being sincere and you've got lovely pink hair, but are you going to try and tell me that men are bastards?
Was there only one person giving you flyers? Because that seems to be the one person you keep describing.
Everywhere I walked, there was one fella in a cape, and before he even had a chance, I just said, I know it's not for me, man. I just know. You're wearing a cape.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a show for me.
But it
I
could
just
have been
know it's
for
not.
you.
But here's what I'm getting at as well. Okay, it's their world, not Kendy's world. I'm a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Okay? So the one thing I'll say about Edinburgh is the fair play to me, feminists don't fight.
Oh.
We stayed in the event market, like square.
The event market square.
Until about 1 a.m, right?
Yeah.
On the Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hundreds of people there getting out of it on wine.
Yeah,
And
all manner of drinks.
All manner of drink.
And,
wine.
and chicken ice cream.
Oh my God, it was unreal. Chicken waffles. We get onto that as well. Yeah. I saw one security guard.
Yeah, that was about the height of it.
I saw one guy and he didn't do anything.
I don't think we've seen a cop the whole time we were there.
I saw a band cop.
Right.
And a fur cop. And a fur cop.
And a fur cop.
They just walked the streets once I saw them.
That was the only time.
You know this thing where we're like, we need more guards on the streets in Dublin, and I would have agreed with that, but now I'm like, hang on, there was no guards on the streets in Edinburgh.
And everybody was fine.
No one, I didn't see anyone fighting. We saw one junkie.
Yeah.
I saw one junkie and she was hilarious. I saw a junkie in Edinburgh who actually listened to reason. Right.
Where?
So, do you remember the junkie that was up on top of us inside the Three Sisters?
Yes.
So
you said that was my stripper.
Yeah. This junkie landed
Sorry,
in, lads.
Three Sisters is a bar.
Yeah, the street.
Yeah,
Yeah, We weren't up on Three Sisters. That wasn't another show. Come and see this show where Three Sisters lie down. Just chance it, you guys, and see what happens.
So yeah, my stripper.
Yeah, so I said, Ray, sorry about that. No, we got your stripper on Wish. This woman came in. She was. I don't mean to be like. I know that sounds terrible, but she was a junkie. Like anyway. So she sat down beside all of us and wrecked all of our heads for maybe 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
And she made her way down through the crowd and eventually landed at... I was at the end of the table and eventually sat down across from me.
Yeah.
And I said to her, Lovey, you can't sit there.
Yeah.
You're not part of the group.
You're not on the stag.
You're not... No,
girls allowed.
I said, there's a load of fellas that are going to come back and try and sit there now.
Yeah.
Now, this woman was out of it.
Yeah.
And then she just sat there and looked at me for a while. And I said this to her, you're going to have to comprehend what I'm after saying to you.
You're trying to reason with
That's
her.
exactly the words I said. I said, you're going to have to comprehend what I'm after saying to you.
Comprehend.
And then, comprehend, sorry.
And the land like
yeah. You're going to have to comprehend what I just said to you. And then she sat there for another 10 seconds and she laughed and went,
okay.
And she left.
She did for a minute.
She left. That was it.
No, see, now, the actual point when she left was when she came back and she had Dara Slack's head opened up.
Yeah, but Dara Slack doesn't know how to talk to liberal junkies.
He didn't.
You have to be able to say to them, look, Lovey.
But there was a lovely gentleman then who worked for the venue.
Yeah.
And he was tipping around in a shirt.
Yeah, he put on rubber gloves when he saw this woman.
And I says to him, that lady there is upsetting our chi.
Yeah.
And he said, absolutely no problem, sir. I get that
messing with
sorted.
our chakras.
So then 2 very small bouncers came in. Very unassuming small bouncers.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they were young fellas.
Yeah, if they were in a film, they wouldn't allow to be cast.
They would not have been cast
No,
as
they
a
wouldn't
bouncer.
have been cast as... No way. And they wouldn't have been cast by doors either, because you can't do that either now. You can't cast a midget.
Yeah.
Snow White and the 7 normal people, apparently. Did you hear that?
I heard you.
Snow White and the 7 normal people. And then all the midget actors came out and said, hang on a minute.
That's our gig.
That's our fucking gig. So speaking on behalf of us.
Anyway, he arranged for her to be escorted off the premises.
But she just kind of went though.
Not before you made your joke about her being the stripper on Sheen again. He laughed.
He did.
Yeah.
Did he? Oh,
yeah,
lovely.
He thought that was hilarious.
And then I think she kind of bought into that character because she took her top off.
No, she didn't.
And came
Kendy.
home with me.
No, she didn't.
She did, yeah.
No, she didn't.
I brought her home to the hostel then.
Right, okay.
I did.
How did you find the hostel?
One of the best hostels I've ever been in.
That's
I
nice.
just think about it this way. You had 20 lads going, so you booked a lovely, clean hostel.
Sean booked. I had nothing to do with it.
Can we stop pretending that Sean did anything?
Okay, all right. The truth of it is, I know that the tradition is that the best man books all the things for stags, organises it, and I just follow along and just laugh.
Yeah.
But I live, laugh, love. And I didn't. I said to Sean very early on, I said, Sean, it would give me the greatest pleasures if you let me organise the most of this. He was very reluctant to do that because he felt like I was emasculating him or demasculating him.
Ray, if I know anything about yours and Sean's relationship, whenever you say, do you want me to do that, Sean? He usually goes, will you? If I know anything about the two
I
of
know,
you,
but I don't think he wanted to do. I think on this occasion, he felt it was his duty to do so. But I begged him. I said, please, 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 let me do all of this because I like it.
I don't think that took much begging at all, man.
Yeah, sure. Brendan has the hand up.
Oh yeah, Brendan wants to know, is Ray going to...
No, I'm not going to write his best man speech.
Ray's going to deliver his own best man speech.
No.
When Sean first met me, he was, I remember
taken aback.
Yeah.
Well, actually, when Sean first met me, he didn't trust me.
I wouldn't still.
No,
I
he
wouldn't
didn't.
still.
He has said it several times since. He said the first time I met him, it was in a bar in Ballina.
Right.
It's a bar called Quattro. And he was filling in on the drums with the band we were playing at the time, me and the lads in the Social.
Yeah.
And he came in, and of course I met him at the door, and he was new, and I was like, Sean, pleased to meet you. Listen, come here. It's a good gig. This is 12:15 start. The 600 in it. It's 150 a man.
That is so late, by the way.
And we can get a few drinks. Yeah, 12:15 to 2:15.
Oh,
on a Monday night.
Oh my God.
In Ballina. That was
Imagine.
and it was wedged out the gap.
Imagine that's what it used to be.
But he was, he didn't trust me because I gave him too much information. I had him told, he said he wasn't used to fellas in bands being so transparent about what was involved here.
There's a lot of band members out there who are very much on need to know basis.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's band members out there who don't know what their band makes.
No, absolutely not.
They just know that they get paid a certain amount. Like.
Yeah, and even what they get paid in a night is kind of still,
yeah,
sure, look at that, look after you.
Yeah, they don't know, like, so
grand.
there could be wedding bands out there getting €3,000 and then like paying 150 to one of the, and obviously, but that's, I mean,
that's allowed.
Yeah, it's allowed. Like, if it's allowed, because you're just a mercenary. Like, you don't have to know what the company
Sean
makes.
anyway thought I was odd.
Yeah,
and therefore did not trust me.
It's funny, isn't it, too? Because then you just learn the nuances of Ray. Then since that, and you realize, no, it's not that. It's just that he can't hold that back.
No, he can't.
He has to tell you everything. Like, you know. But I do have to say, that's the best dynamic in the world, though, that you and Sean have, because, and I don't mean this in a bad way. It was always going to work that way.
But it was so lovely.
Yeah, because you love it.
I loved it.
And Sean, we all do. We've all just lean on you to do that stuff.
I spent the whole 2 days booking 5 taxis.
Oh,
repeatedly.
you were loving it.
Repeatedly booking 5 taxis.
Yeah.
Can I get 5 taxis there, please? Which I loved as well. Because when do you ever get to ring a taxi company and said, can I book 5?
Can I get 5 taxis?
5 taxis. How many are there? 20.
You do genuinely love that. Like,
I did,
and the buzz of, like, we thought you were going to collapse down into like depression when we got home, and you realised you couldn't organise that anymore.
I did. The wall hit me in the taxi on the way home. Just when I finished booking in Dara on the online booking, which
you checked in people as well.
I checked people in on the way to the airport coming home, and then when I did that, I was like, that's it now.
I've nothing else to do.
I've nothing else to do. I have no meaning, and that is the key to it.
Yeah.
You like to have in life a drop of meaning. Yeah. And doing things like that gives me great meaning.
That gives you your meaning. Yeah.
I love that.
And handing off that kind of stuff gives Sean his meaning. He
loves that, because that means then Sean can enjoy himself as well.
That means he can enjoy himself.
Except, Sean, in fairness, there was a couple of key moments where I hadn't a plan.
Go on.
And Sean stepped up.
What did you do?
Well, there was on the Tuesday night, after we had left the Three Sisters and the Sheen stripper, we had to go with...
Sheen
stripper.
It's which?
No, it's Sheen.
Sheen is a clothes company.
Yeah, but you can get strippers in Sheen as well.
Well, you go searching strippers on Sheen.
I know
what
clothes.
You mean. I know. Oh, you definitely can. Yeah,
so
you definitely can.
After we left the Sheen stripper in the Three Buttes, we tipped down the street and we didn't know where to go. We were going down to this place called the Grass Market, which looked nice coming in the taxis.
Yeah.
And we were all kind of following Sean.
Yeah.
And Sean was going, we'll tip down here and have a look. And there was nothing really down there. And then he said, I have a spot. And nobody trusted him.
No,
Nobody. And he could feel that.
I still don't trust him either. I think he just saw a woman.
No, he
at some
didn't.
stage.
He didn't see a woman. No. He says that there's an Australian bar up the top there, the hill. That's where we'll go. And that is where we went. And it was tremendous.
We stayed there for hours.
They had a pool table.
That was all I wanted.
Because now I can be as good as Noel Kenny's stag. Because he had a pool table, his stag.
The best stag I've ever had was Noel Kenny's, because he just put a pool table and said, there you go.
Belt away, lads.
2 days, lads. There you go. There's a pool table for you. So we had a pool table there, which was also good for your father, because ML went as well, ladies and gentlemen.
Fair play to ML. He attended the stag.
He was brilliant at it.
He was buzzing.
So he came over and played a game of pool.
He did all the cocaine.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And actually, he did take that stripper home.
He did.
Which amazed
me and Carmel.
And all he did, Carmel, just so you know, he took her home, he just washed her.
Power hosed her down.
He washed her down and
disinfected her.
He said, Lovey. You have grey hands, you make a grey farmer.
Yeah.
He said, you want to get out there and become something of yourself.
And she's come home with us, and she's now working at home on the farm.
She works at home on the farm now. And
that's lovely.
She sleeps inside in the chicken coop. AML has her sleeping inside in the chicken coop, and it's better than she ever lived on the streets of Edinburgh.
Yeah.
She's delighted with herself now.
You went to see a comedy show?
Oh, What was his name again? Atmos?
No. Did you go to the one on the first night?
Okay, yeah.
There was 5 comedy headliners for £10.
As you can tell from the first half of this podcast, we're not comedians either.
No.
So I don't like talking about comedians. Ray booked us. Sean booked us. Ray booked us.
Ray booked it.
Ray booked us into a show.
I thought it'd be nice.
You get 6 headline acts for 10 minutes each.
Yeah.
And the idea is you might go, I like him or her or whatever. I wonder if they show on all the time.
Comedy pick and mix.
Yeah, and then you'd go, I might go and see their hour. You might do that.
Yeah.
So we went into this conference room.
Hotel conference room.
It was like, like when in the early days of like the auditions of American Idol.
Yes.
It was a bit like that.
Yeah.
Like they just come in and stand in front for 10 minutes in a hotel room.
It's a small hotel conference room.
Yeah. Now, 50 minutes in, we had seen 5.
That's right.
And I don't mean this about it. So the height of it was that one of them would make a joke and we might go,
Terrible.
oh yeah.
It was awful.
So it wasn't awful, but it just wasn't anything.
No, it was awful.
So the
Mark.
best was this American girl was on and she was quite funny.
Yeah.
Now, just listen to what I said there. She was quite funny.
Quite funny. Is that what you want to be described
To which
as?
I might have gone,
An interesting observation.
yeah. And then there was an Australian gentleman sitting down beside Ray at the back.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
He was sitting down beside
He
Ray.
sat down with me just for a minute.
And you found out that he was the last guy.
Well, I kind of knew by the energy of him. I was like,
Yeah.
he's the last guy, because he was looking at the gig going, this is shit.
And tell me what you said to him.
I turned around to him, I said, how are you? And he says, hello. Or he says, in his native tongue, g'day.
G'day.
G'day. And I says to him, there's a lot resting on your shoulders.
And
he says, I'm going to have to smash it, haven't I? And I said, yes, you are.
Yeah.
Because I had my 19 friends sitting there utterly disappointed. And even worse so, my father sitting there going, is this what's happened to comedy? Where is Brendan Grace?
yeah, your father wanted a lovely clean joke.
He wanted the lovely clean
Paddy
joke.
and Mary went to the pub.
Yeah.
And tonight he didn't base her. Lovely Irish clean joke.
Yeah, that's what he wanted.
As if he wouldn't be. He must have hit her or something. He must have done something to her. So, that's a lovely Irish clean joke. That's what he wanted, Brendan's Grace.
Yeah.
Now, this fella then said, you have to remember, this guy didn't just go up willy-nilly. He had material, obviously.
Yes.
And this was, but I think when he realised there was 20 Irish lads, he said, I think I know exactly what I'm going to do
I'm
here.
going to play it to the crowd here.
What was his name?
Well, his name was Amos Gill, and he only had 3 minutes because every other one of the comedians had gone over.
Isn't that mad? They were all given 10 minutes each.
Yeah.
And some of these fucking idiots
Did 14.
Thought the show was going so well that they'll keep...
Extra 4 minutes.
And like, if that was a good show for them, I really, really want to see what the shit shows are like. You know what I mean? Like,
So he got up and he had 3 minutes.
He was looking at his watch going, and the first thing I think he said when he got up there was he went, fuck this fucking dead conference room in a fucking hotel, right? And then he went straight after the Scottish people, which we loved. And then
then after the Brits.
Yeah, then he went after the Brits and said the Irish are brilliant. And that's all he needed to do.
Yeah.
So we went from going to, I looked down at one stage and Noel Kenny was lying on my lap.
He had pissed himself.
Crying, laughing.
Yeah.
Lying on my knees.
Yeah.
God, fuck it. So he was unreal. So look up Amos Gill, you guys. His current show, an hour long, is called The Pursuit of Happy-ish or something, or something like that.
Yeah.
We went to see him the next night and went to see his full hour show.
So we come out to the place and I booked the next night then.
Yeah.
£255
Sean
later.
booked us.
Sean
Ray
booked
booked
us.
us.
Yeah.
Ray booked us.
Ray booked
Sorry,
us.
I was just trying to remember which one of the two you booked it. Definitely Ray.
Definitely
you're right. Yeah. You booked 20 more lads into it again the next night.
And we went to him the following night and he's marvellous. So look him up on the internet because he's very funny. Yeah. He's very anti-woke.
Yeah, but not so much that there's a funny thing that goes on there in comedy where, especially for fellas think that it's just hilarious to be mad anti-woke.
Yeah.
Your man's finally telling it as it is. Yes, yeah, and like, fuck that. It's not that he's anti-woke. He's very smart comedy, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, he did say something very funny, which is actually kind of going back to what I said at the start. He said, I'm at the minority here at the Fringe Festival now. I am a binary man.
Yeah, heterosexual gentleman.
White man.
Yeah.
So now I'm the minority, which was...
And just be careful.
Because, he was like,
He said he felt like a gay in the 70s.
That's exactly what he said. I feel like a gay in the 70s.
Yeah.
Like, so it wasn't just that he was just anti-woke for the sake of going, oh, the boys will love this. Yeah. Well, hey, fuck the world nowadays. It was really smart comedy.
He's very good, and you check him out.
Yeah, definitely check him out. It was class.
What else did we do?
That's the kind of buzz that was going on all around there, you know? And it was... let's get on to what we did for the 2 nights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about the magic of the 2 nights. So there was a comedy gig each night.
Yeah.
Right. After some hours of drinking, we went for the comedy gig.
And then we went straight down. I can't fuck it. We went to the dingiest strip club.
No, we didn't.
Ray, let's just tell people.
No, we didn't.
It was filthy.
We were not in the hairy triangle.
The fellas that were the hairy triangle.
That's what they call the area of Edinburgh where the strip clubs to be.
Why didn't you tell me that? You
Why
prick?
did you want to visit the hairy triangle?
Why did you not tell me the strip clubs in Edinburgh?
I wasn't going giving ideas to you boys.
I want to go get fitted with by hooers. No, strippers aren't hooers now. Sorry, no, it's a profession. Yeah,
strippers
yeah.
are professional people.
Strippers aren't hooers, right?
No.
I think it's important that we say that actually because some of the wokeness has rubbed off on me.
Yeah, good.
Strippers aren't hooers. They're
No,
people too.
They're people too.
They are, and they smell like glitter.
Yeah.
So
Glitter and the
they smell like glitter and baby oil and kind of.
Yeah.
But strippers are not hooers, right?
No.
Excuse me. I would love to have. Is it called the Hairy Triangle?
Hairy Triangle, yeah.
That's such a feminist strip club. I guarantee you. I guarantee you they're stripping and you're like, oh shit. And then they whip out and you're like, fucking Christ almighty, man. It's like the Amazon. They
can pull you back there. What we did those nights.
Yeah, so we went to a strip club.
No, we didn't.
Stop pretending.
Why are we saying this?
Because you're pretending.
I'm not pretending.
The guys who were stripping were beautiful now.
What?
I didn't. You wanted to go there.
No,
How
I
do you
didn't.
not remember this?
This is a different triangle.
Ray, okay.
Can we talk about what we actually did?
I feel like I'm going to blow your mind right now because you obviously don't remember this. At 5:30 in the morning on the Tuesday night, Wednesday morning,
Yeah.
you said to me, Mark, all I
I
want to
was
do...
asleep.
Stop.
He's saying I'm in denial.
You said to me, all I want to do, Mark.
Yeah.
I said, Ray, this is your last blowout.
Yeah.
What is it? Tell me
what
now.
did I want to do?
You said, I want Mickeys to be slapping me in the face and everything.
When did this happen?
5:30, Tuesday night,
Tuesday
Wednesday
night.
morning.
Brendan, do you remember this?
And
Mother of God, how was everybody in contagion?
And me and Brendan, no, we couldn't go in.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let us in because they knew that we didn't have the want in it. So
Was it because I was wearing a kilt?
we left you in?
Right.
And when you came out, you were the happiest man I've ever seen.
I
in my
have
life.
been much happier since I got home.
No, you're covered in bruises.
Because I got slapped in the face by
Apparently,
Mickey's.
there were weighty Mickeys now.
Weighty,
Apparently.
beefy ones.
Oh, one fella,
Beefy, veiny,
big old
throbby.
beefy old vein, old throbby old,
I knew you were going this.
big old triumphant old hairy old yoke.
Yeah,
apparently.
the old Scottish.
And this thing slapped
Malletty
you.
yokes.
It actually slapped you sober. Apparently, you came out and you said to me, "That's it, now I'm done."
I am after spilling me drink.
No, so that did happen. I don't care what anyone says. or
Okay.
If you're trying to deny it, you can deny all you want, Ray.
Suppose you have to say stuff like that because, I mean, we didn't do it. So,
Well, we weren't like a normal stag.
No.
What we did do was we went down to a church,
an old church.
an old church at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And 12 of us landed outside the door, and
We
there was
did.
another 8 coming down after us, and they would not let us in.
No.
No, they said, sorry, not tonight, lads. We can't
Yeah.
let 12
What? And
lads
your
in."
reaction was,
I said, good luck now.
thanks. I've
Yeah.
never seen anyone bet as badly.
No,
You literally went, oh, that's okay, thanks.
Because here's the problem. I've been through that situation before.
Yeah.
And
nothing has ever good come from
yeah, because I've gone, I don't give a shit. I didn't want to go into this church anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I said, no bother at all. And you said, no, hang on.
Well, Dwayne then got involved.
Yeah,
He says,
and-
here, man.
Dwayne said, here, man.
We're
have you-"
just, here, man.
said-
We're just some lads looking for pints.
Yeah, just pints.
Lads, shots.
We're just all lads, no bitches, baby.
Yeah.
Bing, bing, pop, pop. I don't know what that means, but he said that anyway. He said bing, bing, pop, pop.
I remember him saying bing, bing,
Yeah.
pop, pop.
And no, what really happened was you went up to him and said, look, do we look like a bunch of lads that are really going to be...
I said, we're 20 musicians from Ireland.
We just want to see this band.
We're on a musician stag and we're here especially to see these musicians.
Yeah.
This is our
Which
church.
some of us were. They're a famous TikTok band. What are they called?
They're called High Fade Music.
High Fade Music, and they're actually gigging in Sligo in 2 weeks.
Oh,
Imagine.
stop it, lads.
Unbelievable.
This is going to be the big part of the podcast now. Me and Mark both share the same appreciation for this band. I honestly think we went to see them not one,
Twice.
but 2 nights.
We went to see them in the second night as well in a different
In
venue.
a different venue, in a cellar.
Yeah.
And both nights are church, cellar, oh Christ above. There's 3 lads in the band. One of them is flat out of Spinal Tap, 70s head in him.
Yeah, he's unreal. The bass player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The drummer was wearing a white crop top and a fur coat.
Yeah.
They're just magic. They
Yeah.
were. How would you describe them, Mark?
The guitar player invented the wah pedal.
He did. He's the inventor of the. His name was Johnny Wah.
So they played,
Johnny Wah
they
Wah.
gave you every variation of a funk disco band in 2 hours. So much so that I walked out of there cross-eyed.
But I think you might have been a small bit. The second night we went to see them. Now, how did you feel?
Okay. But we might be friends with these people now.
Nah, I think you need to be as honest as you always are.
Shite.
Because we're saying now,
I spent the.
We loved it.
All right, I'm going to open up both barrels here.
Please do, because this has been coming.
Everybody was flittering around, right, with the big muso heads on them.
Yeah.
Going, oh my God, I really love what he did there at the middle eights when he flattened that seventh.
Yeah.
Right? I'll flatten you now in a second, man. Get me a pint of cider. Okay? Because here's the deal. They're the best musicians I've ever seen playing live.
Yeah.
They're the 3 best musicians I've ever seen playing live, okay? 2 hours of instrumental disco beats.
I'll throw in some tunes here now if you can get it.
And then this. And then every so often your man will come up and go, get up off of your missus, girl. And 2 hours of that.
Yeah,
Okay?
that was the first night.
So after about 10 minutes of that, the first night, I was like,
Yeah.
I think I popped that cherry now.
Did ya?
I was kind of hoping they'd do a Christy Moore song or something like
great.
just to give a bit of substance to
Yeah.
the gig. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's not their gig.
500 miles.
And the one thing is as well, I've noticed as well that when stuff like that is trending, they're huge on TikTok, by the way. Like, look them up, they're massive on, and they're the best band you'll ever see. But for me, in my head, it doesn't go that far. I'm all about the emotion of the music, Ray.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No, it's not really an emotional journey for me.
Yeah.
Now, I saw some other very Edinburgh liberal people, 200 of them in front of them, going, this is the best night of my life.
Including the majority of the stag group.
I kind of, okay, I was going to say something
you,
else there. Definitely,
There was you and Noel Kenny sitting
Yeah.
at the back of the pub, and Noel Kenny was just there. Sometimes you'd like the odd mistake.
That's exactly what Noel said. The boys, that's it. The boys were so tight that it was actually...
It wasn't enjoyable.
It was actually not enjoyable.
Yeah.
You were just looking going, well,
too
you're
perfect.
you're the best musicians in the world,
Yeah.
and you all know that that's great.
And we didn't even know the songs to know they'd fucked
No.
up, but there was no way they were fucking up.
Like, no one started going like, shh, in a neat little town they call Belfast. No, there was none.
None of that,
It was
no.
just get up off of your missus. Come up. Like every 4 minutes he'd come out with a phrase like
And
that.
then there'd be stops.
Every
Boom.
4 minutes. Get your missus out of my bed. Yup.
But then there'd be a stop.
Yeah.
Doom.
Bam.
Diddle-a-doo.
And then you're like, but the whole time there was women just dancing like, oh my
Yeah.
God, this is brilliant.
Yeah.
But I think they might have had some free spirits in the bathroom or
No,
something.
they didn't.
And yes, they did. And they were just like, oh. They did, man. They were enjoying. Oh my God, you want to go do some freedom in the bathroom, you guys, just so we could all loosen up.
Yeah.
Everybody sleep together tonight, you guys. I have a great idea. I'm staying in a hostel. It's a single bed. If you all consent,
Yeah.
why don't the 16 of us eat each other's arse after the gig, you guys? Oh my God. I gotta eat your arse. So, they're the best band I've ever seen live. I have to say that. But
For
it's
that 10 minutes.
Yeah, but it's not for me though. I want someone to say, you wait and you hear this story now behind this song.
Yeah.
Come on, tell me, what's the story? My father got run over by a bobcat in Arizona one time, and he ate his face off, and then he went to Turkey and got a new face, and that's what the song is about.
I was thinking of a bobcat, the little digger.
Yeah, it was. It was a bobcat digger that ripped his face off.
Can
That's
I
what I
ask
meant.
you,
That's the twist in the song.
Yeah.
You have to have a twist in the song, Ray. I've always said that about music. It has to turn around full scope where you go,
But you know the way.
give me a bit of Ashton Brown.
Or that song by Johnny Cash, a boy named Sue. There was a twist in that.
Twist in the thing
Yeah.
is that Johnny Cash. It was
It was his old lad.
It was his old lad. That
He
was
did
the
it.
twist.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a twist in that song
Did you
at all.
not?
I don't really listen to that song that much, but that just
Why?
shows. But I do like all that. Did you ever hear of a fella called Ashton Brown?
No.
He's a new country singer now, and he has a great song about how the missus steals everything from you. A simple, lovely country song.
I knew that's what you wanted. You wanted a simple old country song, and all is sitting there wanting some old grungy old piece of shouting.
Yeah.
It was full of mistakes.
But
and big loud guitars, and I can't hear the singer, but it's okay.
But you know what I like about the dynamic of your stag as well is that me and Noel and Joey as well, in fairness, we all said, even though we were loving the music and even if we were mad into the band, if that was Ashton Brown singing about, this is her car, her house, her keys in the drive, if I was doing that, we'd still be sitting down the back away from everyone. And you baked me. You begged me to come out and dance, so you did, Ray. You begged me to come out and dance.
I did beg you.
Yeah.
Actually, there was on the first night, Sean O'Reilly's brother Smoothie.
Yeah.
Right. He was standing beside me. He started getting pure vexed, and he said, "I'm really sickened with your friends.
Yeah, because
I'm really sickened with them because they're all upstairs sitting there going, why aren't they playing a lovely country song?"
Yeah, but that wasn't the only reason we were sitting upstairs. It's because that's our mannerisms, Ray. That's who we are. So Schmoody, the big single head number, whatever he is at the moment, he's obviously going, let's go have the crack.
Yeah, he was down there. And Keith Reynolds.
And he said to you, Ray, why don't you put this thing on your tongue? And we're all going to, oh my God, you're going to feel so great afterwards.
Just so everybody knows, Schmoody would be the last man to be putting things
Everybody's doing this.
Yeah, whatever.
It's called MSG. And it's in all the Chinese.
MLG.
It's called MLG. Just put it on your tongue and we can all love each other, go back to the hospital, we'd all sleep in the same bed.
How did you feel the second night when we told you we were going to see them again?
I didn't care. I was like, yeah, let's go see them again, because I didn't mind. I'll do my own thing.
Yeah.
You know, but I was trying to do my own thing with Noel and a few other people enjoying it. And then you came up and said, you said, Mark, this is my stag. Please
come dancing.
Just come dancing with me. And I said to you, Ray, there's a dynamic in everybody's body.
Yeah.
You have people there who are mad to go up the front and get pushed around and then go say to people, where are you from? Well, actually, that's a trigger when you ask me where I'm from. Because that's all that happens. You were up there beside all of those people with the fringes.
Yeah.
A fringe here, pink hair. I didn't see one bra in Edinburgh, by the way, for 2 days.
The fringe.
I didn't see one bra in Edinburgh for 2 days, which was delightful as well.
Yeah.
Can I just say, it was just brilliant. In Edinburgh Airport, I just want to we'll get on with the story in a second. I just want to say, I saw something. Oh, it was just so marvellous. In Edinburgh Airport, I saw a woman meeting her friend. Obviously, they were both going to go out for this woman got off a plane and her friend was waiting for her. And she just couldn't contain her excitement. Mm-hmm. And she ran towards her friend.
Yeah.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful when she started running. I just got the land of my life when I said, what a beautiful woman running there. Oh.
Lovely set of personalities.
I'll tell you one thing, man. She's kind of a bouncy personality.
Yeah,
you know,
it's very bouncy, yeah.
Anyway, but what can you do when they're there? I was like, geez, get out of the way, lads. This thing's coming. So... What was I on about? Oh yeah, you're up there. You want to go. I want to get into the pace of this gig.
Yes.
And talk to these people who are like,
I didn't want to talk to anybody.
Well, you did, but you all just went up there and you're like, let's go have the crack with everybody who's having the crack here. I wanted to sit at the back. That's my perfect night out.
Okay.
I'll sit at the back. Now, remember I said we didn't get our head wrecked?
Yes.
I got my head wrecked for 4 seconds.
Was this the tanned fella that kept coming up chatting up me?
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
It was. So they put me in a kilt on the Wednesday night.
Yeah, which I didn't like as well either. But
did you not?
No, because I thought that's going to draw attention and we won't get in anywhere.
Okay.
But they just let us walk straight in.
Well, I was essentially wearing the national dress.
I mean, that was a school skirt. Wasn't even a kilt.
It was a school skirt, and I had a sash, and I had a hat with fake hair that actually matched.
I mean, you might as well have went out in Dublin dressed as a leprechaun. It's so shit. It's so shit. Like, if I saw someone dressed as leprechaun, I go, look at that shit.
Or going out up in Derry in a pair of brown shoes, jeans, and a shirt.
Fermanagh. Yeah.
But so I had the kilt on, and there was this gentleman, and I tell you, ladies, now I understand what it's like
to get your head open.
To have a creepy fella just standing there beside you, smiling at you, and you're going, "What's wrong with you?" And go, "Hello."
So and do you know how he ended up doing that?
How? Why?
Well, I landed into the pub and
was that the dwarf he got me, and he just wasn't good.
I thought he was too tall when we saw him.
What are you doing?
I said, "There's no way." No, so I walked into the Jacks with Keeve, I think.
Yeah.
And he went to the urinal and I went into the cubicle for a piss and we were chatting and then this fella heard our accent.
Right.
And there's a weird thing about like the nationalist side of Scotland.
Yeah.
Where if they hear an Irish accent, I swear to God, they tell you, you're the best people in the world.
Right.
That's what they think of the Irish people. So he heard our accents and he was like...
that's because we got away.
The fucking IRA. He was like, yeah. And then I was
away.
like, oh no. You know, and then Then he followed us out, right?
And then he seen me.
So then he seen you dressed as him. And then he said, and he wanted to dress leprechaun. No, he came up to me and Keeve eventually, right, when we were sitting down. And he said, you guys, can I hang out with you? You're the best people in the world. And I said, nope. And I walked away. I left. So 4 seconds is what he wrecked my head for.
Keeve was
left with him then.
Pure nice heading him, chatted him for an hour.
See, I don't have that capacity to be nice anymore.
You know, he bought me a shot and I was afraid it was going to be roofied.
Yeah, because you would have woke up and
I did drink it.
In a bath with 2 scars. A bath full of ice.
Why would there be 2 scars?
Did you? Because you would have cut your lungs out.
Why would he want me lungs for?
Harvesting of
Is that
the
what
organs.
That's not what roofies get you.
Oh, well, whatever, Ray. You don't.
What's the state? There was a.
You know what? Actually, I think you're giving roofies a bad name.
Sorry, I heard a lovely statement, and we might have to cut it out. But what's worse than a broken condom? Oh no, I got the joke wrong. I got a little joke.
Don't tell the joke.
What's wrong with it? What's worse than a hole in your condom?
Don't tell the
The rest of
punchline.
it, okay.
The first line of the joke is, what's worse than a hole in your condom?
Yeah.
Don't tell the rest of us. That is so disgusting, Ray. To be honest.
Yeah, it's funny, sorry.
Have you any idea, Ray, like, we're trying to be civilized gentlemen.
Yeah.
Fucking no, titties. Come on, we talk about big old tits. Big old pair of old tits.
Beefy, throbby, veiny
Big old,
cocks.
big old veiny old throbbing old veiny old balls.
Anyway.
Big old dangly old balls.
No, stop it.
The two of us. Let's not pretend to be gentlemen anymore,
No,
Ray.
let's not.
Big old ditties. Old floppy old ditties, the two of us. I love a big old pair of old ditties.
Stop. What else happened? Is that the end of the story?
No, the one thing it might be, but I don't know, Ray, because I'm still fucking...
You're still processing it.
I have to tell everyone, if you haven't gone to... I don't know what it's like not during the Fringe Festival. Fringe
It's
Festival
lovely
goes on for
all
a month.
year round.
It's the best city I've ever been to.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that you picked it.
Great. I didn't. Sean picked it.
Okay, whatever.
No, actually, Sean picked it.
Okay,
I wanted to go to Carrick.
No bother, we can pretend that if you
No,
want.
it's true. I said, let's not put any trouble on people. Let's go to Carrick.
I hear you, Ray. Say no.
Oh, God.
Sean picked it. 100% he did.
Right.
So, Edinburgh, what a spot it is.
I have some
Unreal.
bits after the stag
Yeah,
story.
go on.
Obviously, after 2 days of drinking, I came home and I was dishevelled.
Yeah.
I had a wedding to go to.
I've been gigging ever since, by the way.
I know.
Every night since, and I'm not off till Thursday.
I had a wedding to go to,
Yeah.
and it's the first time I've ever been scattered at a wedding.
A big shout out to Fusi, Lolly and Aaron.
Fusi, Lolly and Aaron got married.
they
Fair
did.
play to them. And they got married in style,
The did.
right? And I had a job matching that style.
Go on.
Because I had a suit, Gene. Right, so I have a burgundy suit that I wear to everything.
Oh, yeah, I remember when you wore that all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, and I couldn't wear that on this occasion because apparently my good lady Laura was the chief bridesmaid, maid of honour, and her dress was a kind of a champagne dusty pink.
Right.
And apparently my burgundy wouldn't have gone with it. So I got up that morning, then I realised I have to wear the navy suit. And I wasn't sure. After 2 or 3 days of drinking, I was fair swollen.
Oh, yeah.
So I put it on and I was just about able to breathe in it.
I didn't know you had a navy suit.
I have a navy suit when my brother-in-law got married to my sister.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
Yeah, he got me a lovely navy suit.
Yeah.
So I put it on. The trousers fit okay. They were actually kind of nice. The waistcoat, on the other hand, was like a bra. Much like what you wore at the soccer.
Come here. Can we talk about that just for 1 second? I got stunted at that, man. They handed me a child's bib and I looked
Bib
like
nappy.
a 10-ton Tessie.
You did.
So what I did was I wore it over me bean. Fair play
Yeah.
to John O'Grady for saying, sure, throw it on like a pair of shorts.
Who scored a hat-trick at that tournament again?
Oh my God, it's so funny that Ray scored all round him.
Yeah, I did, yeah. What
know-
did my father say to me at the break?
Oh, can we just talk about the... You know the way ML has no respect for Ray? Remember,
Yeah, not a drop.
Do you remember everyone was saying that? Yeah. Because he wasn't the sports star that he wanted. And when 2 games in,
Yeah.
ML said, lads, I just wanted to say something if you don't mind. And 18 lads said, yeah, go on, speak ML. And ML said, I just want to hand out a man of the match for that last game. And he went over and shook Ray's hand.
I cried for an hour.
He was crying. And it was just that moment of approval that you always needed from him.
And you've just reminded me as well, we had a gentleman on the stag, his name is John.
That's right.
John was the wild man of the stag.
Right.
And I don't know, did you know this, but there was a gentleman that was helping us with the soccer.
Yeah.
And he was wearing a t-shirt that had seen better days. And as we were taking, he offered to take the team photo. And as we were standing there waiting for him to take the team photo, John shouts out, "Jeez, you're getting great value out of that t-shirt, aren't you?"
I was mortified. When I heard that, I wanted to actually, if AstroTurf could open up and swallow you.
But I was marvellous.
Your
crack.
man was such a gentleman as
He
well.
was a really nice guy, and John pure on insulted him.
Now,
But
the
that's what-
t-shirt, he
It had
definitely
now.
knocked 10 years out
No,
of the
it was
t-shirt.
longer than 10 years.
Definitely.
It was faded in 47 different ways.
Yeah, it actually had gone through the whole colour. RGB, like. It had been every different shade
It was
of
a
colour.
black t-shirt, and it had gone to a yellow in places.
Yeah, it was. It was the same colour as the blinds behind you there.
Oh,
now.
God, that was very
Unreal. Sorry, what were you saying? Anyway, ML finally recognised that you are his son.
And soccer's a marvellous idea for stag as well. What were we talking about? The suit, Gene. Anyway, come back, big swollen head and me wearing the suit.
Yeah.
Realised there was a small bit of a sweat stain under the arm of the
gussets.
waistcoat
Right.
that I was. So I tried to clean it with a baby wipe. I only made it worse.
Yeah, you will make it worse. Yeah,
I made it
Especially if
so worse.
Your waistcoat was grey as well.
Oh, no, that was the first waistcoat. The actual waistcoat, the suit was blue. Navy.
Oh, was it? All right.
So I went down, and I have to give a shout out to DJs. I went down to
Oh,
DJs.
it's funny now. Hey, is it funny how a man go crawling back? Huh? Up he goes up to McGee's to make a suit. And all of a sudden, when he's under pressure, do you know the Record Room music shop down the town?
Yeah.
I buy my strings there. Ask me why, Ray.
Why?
Because if I go buy my strings on Amazon and Thoman all the time, whenever I'm stuck for strings, that shop would be closed down because none of us went down and actually bought stuff off Kevin down the Record Room.
That's true.
You're going to close EJ down. You
I'm
come
not.
crawling back, you piece of shit.
I went down anyway, and I said, please tell me you have some class of waistcoat that fits me and that goes with this suit jean. And they did.
He said, why don't you go up to Donegal to see? You get one made, they should have it done in 6 weeks.
No, they didn't.
Oh, he was pissy enough about now, I heard though. He was pissy enough about
I got me waistcoat anyway, and it was lovely spending the day then. But then I forgot everything.
Yeah.
We were staying in the Sligo Park. I forgot to bring a bag. I forgot to bring shoes. I just all over the shop. Laura was looking at me going, no, I forgot to bring a change of shoes.
Did you stay in the Sligo Park?
Stayed in Sligo Park because she's the chief bridesmaid.
Oh, so she actually got a room?
Yeah, but then the following morning when I got up to go for the breakfast, what do you think I had to wear to the breakfast?
The suit.
No, not the suit. I wore my tracksuit bottom, my Jack and Jones t-shirt, and my brown shoe.
That is okay. Did someone take a picture of that?
They did. And I also wore my blazer.
What? What?
I couldn't wear the shoes without the blazer. I needed to finish it
Ray,
off.
you would have looked like a fella going to the mart.
I did. I looked like a fella going to the mart.
You know the way you could see any class of an owl lad at the mart?
Yeah,
like,
this was me.
Like a brown shoe and a tracksuit wouldn't be uncommon for
Yeah.
a fella to wear to the mart.
Yeah.
I want to have to see that photo.
I'll show you the photo, yeah.
Unreal.
Can we say as well, by the way, the High Fade Band are playing a tour. They're in, what do you call it, down in...
They're in Breeze in Strandhill.
They're in Breeze and Strandhill in 2 weeks. 8th of September. I hope they're there. I give them my number.
Yeah, they
That's
don't want
how
it.
desperate I was. I said, listen, will you? And I was wearing a kilt and a sash. And I said, please give me a ring. I do a bit of sound.
Yeah.
I'd love to do your gig in Breeze.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think anybody in Breeze want me out there. I don't think the band want me. So that's doubtful that's going to happen. But if you want to go out and see them, do go out and see them.
Yeah, do go out and see how. And the other thing I'd say about my sorry now again to jump in with something that's completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
In the second venue that they played in, they had a sound engineer who was a lovely woman, and I just have to say, she nearly made me ring Nicola to say it's over.
It's very rare to see a woman sound engineer.
She was a fine woman sound engineer, if you know what I mean. And I was like, oh wow. You know what I mean? If she was just in the pub, I wouldn't have batted an eyelid.
Yeah.
I would have been like, oh, there's it, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But the fact that I saw her pushing up a fader on a QU24, and I went,
You were
I went, oh, oh. She pushed up the vocal fader, and your man, oh my God, the guitar player pointed at her to say, I want my vocal up in my monitor.
Yeah.
And she went, and then she turned it up. She was pushing it up with her right hand. Oh, I'm getting bothered now. She was pushing up the fader with her right hand, and then giving him a thumbs up. And when he put the thumbs up, and I went, oh.
You really enjoyed it?
Oh, I thought she was absolutely magnificent.
Right.
I said, come over here and have a look at me fader. I told you, I said I'm fading away myself. Lord above. There's something about her just being a sound engineer that made me go, oh,
you enjoyed
Jesus.
it.
Oh, it was
You
very
weren't the only man in the group to enjoy it.
on.
They'll be remaining nameless.
I'd say everyone was looking going, did you see your one, the female? What next? She'll be up on the stage now trying to.
Can I ask you, just because it's now the
Maybe
week,
a monitor engineer, maybe, but not a whole.
the week that's in it, right? The week that's in it.
Yeah.
We're going to see Electric Picnic on Friday.
Why'd you say it like that?
Right.
You're going to see Electric
We're going to
Picnic.
see Electric Picnic play.
You're
Apparently it's a big gig in
For
Stradbally.
all I know, that could be true.
Yeah.
Like, but you're
I
part
know, are
now.
they banned or what are they?
You're part of all these losers now as well, right?
Oh, what?
Everyone who goes to that thing is an old loser. Just name me. Don't look at your phone. Name me the lineup. Who's playing?
What? The Killers,
Savage.
Billie Eilish, Saw Doctors.
Savage.
Who else? Scripter playing. Fred again.
All right, say that again.
Afraid again.
Don't know who that is. Come on.
LaGrasse are playing.
Savage.
Yeah.
Their tits. The grassy are playing.
Wallace Bird is playing.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, there's been good stuff there. In fairness,
Thank you.
In fairness, you knew a lot of them.
I did.
Billie Eilish is quite good for a play tour.
It's very good.
It's just.
Coronas. Niall Horan is playing.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, you see now, would you not come?
No, but you see what I'm saying there? I have the same reaction to that as I did to the 5 comedians before your man came on at
Yes.
the gig. I go, oh yeah.
So the worst thing is...
So this is the best example of it. You know Niall Horan's song, God only knows where this should go.
I don't-
Even when your love starts to flow.
No.
God is something. Baby, you go up in flames.
Never heard this
And
song
I'm
before.
you free again. So that's a really good song.
I've never heard that in my life.
That's a big Niall Horan song. Okay? So I would say, Oh yeah, it's a really good song actually.
Yeah.
But if you ask me, is it in your playlist? I'd be like,
not.
no.
But it's because you don't go to these events.
No, it's because of every gig ever in the history of the world.
You
I'll tell you one band I
You'd be
listen
sitting
to.
at the back of Electric Picnic, sitting there going, why didn't he play a nice little country song? You're like, no music, will it?
If I went to Electric Picnic, even though there's no chair, I'd be on a high stool at the back. And people would be like, where did he get a high stool? I don't know, he must have brought us.
Sitting at the Heineken bar.
Sitting at the back while the game. No, I'm not going up dancing. No, I won't.
Yeah.
Myself and Noel and Joey, we sitting there like that. No, we won't. No, geez, we're happy enough here now. But my point is that all of those, even Billie Eilish as well, she probably has songs.
She has.
Like, if I listen to them, I wouldn't go, Jesus, that's after.
But
you'd
find, see, this is the thing. You came to Edinburgh not wanting to go. And then you landed in, you found your man Amos Gillen, you'd probably go to see him again if he was on.
Yeah, I would.
Now, if I brought you to Electric Picnic with myself and Lauren, you sleep in the van with us in the production tent, right? You would find one or two bands in that group and you go, I really enjoyed that. What about Nathaniel and the Ratcliffes?
Nathaniel Ratcliffe and the Night Sweats.
Yeah. That's a band that probably you hadn't a clue about until you found them.
Yeah, but I found them online though. I didn't have to go to Electric Picnic to see them. But I've seen them since that as well.
Yeah, but if you went, you'd find something like that.
I don't think I would.
Why are you
so
negative?
I wouldn't. No way. I found everything I need to find in my life.
Oh, stop.
I've already found there. But the thing is, I find these people online. My favourite comedian right now in the whole country is a guy called Chris Kent.
He's very funny.
I would go and see him now. He'd do something for me. But it takes a lot, it takes a lot to make me go, yeah.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So any of these, I really like Niall Horan. I think your man, the other fella from One Direction, what's his name? Harry Styles. Harry Styles is writing some unreal songs.
Would you go see him?
But is he? No. And would I listen to his songs? No. Nah. But I think, that's great. But is it though?
Right.
It is great.
Speaking of unreal songs.
Are we kind of numb to what's unreal now, really?
Can I just say to you that there is a gentleman, I haven't the name of the band here. His name is Tomas.
Tomas.
Right? And then he said, Bury Me With Money, I think it's called.
Jesus Christ above.
I think that's the name of the band.
I think you should bury me with all my money.
I think it's Bury Me With Money. If you check that out, he's a new song out, marvellous.
Go away. Okay, so we were told to say that, is this?
Yeah, well, he asked me.
No, that one is unreal. I have that on all my playlists. I'm listening to it. That's the one to listen to.
I better look it up here.
Yeah, do look it up just in case.
And while I'm looking it up, just in case, would you do me a favour?
Yeah, go on.
And tell them about the fact that obviously next week is next week and the live show will be out hopefully on the 3rd. Be out the Friday.
Okay, so here's the crack. Yeah. This is out. It's now Thursday. Welcome to the future, you guys. Yeah. No, I won the lasso. Woo, whatever. Anyway, okay, so the live show is next Thursday night, the 7th September in Anderson's at 8 o'clock. We have Eric Roberts as our special guest, okay?
Yes.
So you can go into our bio, or you can just go on to Ticketmaster.ie and search for Kendy and Raybo, and it will come up, okay? Yeah. And you can buy your tickets there. They're very reasonably priced, 120 quid for one, or if you want to buy two, it's €30. So no, it's nothing to do with that. I'm making a hams of this. Go to the show, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
On the 7th September. Please come. It's great crack. The other thing is, well, in that Coast to Coast, our friend Shawnee, who was on the podcast a couple weeks ago, he's doing it very soon. Go donate to that, okay? Yeah. Patreon.com/Kendy Raybo Podcast if you want to see our beautiful faces.
And the song I was talking about is called The Power of Flight, and it is Bury Me With My Money.
So which is the name of the song?
The band are called Bury Me With My Money.
All right, okay.
BMWMM.
And the song is?
Power of Flight.
Power of Flight. So go check that out as well.
I don't have any single wrong on the Instagram.
Okay,
They have a new sing out.
And no, but I think it's this is a new sing we've gone there.
Oh, a new sing.
What a load of shit, lads. And us giving out about comedians in Edinburgh. And we are, definitely after this episode, I hate the two of us.
Thanks.
We've no energy at all, the two of us.
Yeah, I had a very tame stag bar getting slapped in the face with the Mickeys.
Yeah, but sometimes I'm just like, you know the way I do say, how come we're not as famous as Eric Roberts or Alan Clark? And then I look at the two of us and go, yeah. I don't feel very good about myself after this episode at all.
Do you not?
I nearly don't even want to finish.
Why?
Because I have to say that thing and I don't believe it.
Oh, you don't believe the fair play to me? Brendan, you want to sub in for Mark?
Brendan, will you just give me a compliment?
He really enjoyed that.
Jeez, if that's the best he can come up with as well.
Yeah, normally if it's a good episode, he says things like, "That was very good," or "That was mighty, lads."
Will you say something about my appearance, Brendan, as a compliment?
Well, every time you cut your hair like that, you look about 10 years younger.
Every time I cut my hair, I look about 10 years younger.
That's lies.
That is, so do I look really cute now? Is it? Yeah. I am, but maybe we are.
I have to say, I did enjoy you saying that to me for the whole 2 days.
What?
Ray, do you sometimes ever wonder, there's so many cute guys in the world. I couldn't sleep last night thinking about all the cute guys. And then we'll finish it on Paul Newell's famous quote from the wedding of the morning.
Go on.
He got up with a big bad head in him and he said, I don't know, lads, if I need a haircut or a shite. He actually said shite or haircut. But of course I messed it up.
He said to me, Jesus, I was as sick as 2 episodes of VR this morning. I don't even know. What the fuck does that mean? I was fucking down. Oh,
I think on one stage he asked someone to open the bottle of water for him. Because he wasn't fit to open it.
Oh, fuck, man. I have to say, Ray, this is a good way to finish on a positive.
Good.
The best crack I've had in a long time.
Good lad.
And I can't wait for the wedding.
Yeah, be nice.
I cannot wait. I'm not the
and
food,
the soup cart.
Not the food, but if there's a soup cart
there.
I'll
soup
definitely.
fountain.
Yeah, if there's a soup fountain or a soup cart there.
Yeah, and you can rub the croutons in it then on a stick.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Yeah, you see where I'm going with this.
It has to be a good country veg soup.
Good country veg, got a nice country song.
Fair play to Brendan flicking the keys off himself and putting in a big effort to sell another 70 tickets next week. Fair play to you, Brendan.
We will see you all at the live show. Please buy your ticket when you're hearing this at the weekend. When you go online, it's 2 fivers, lads.
Down and see you.
2 fivers, and it means that Kendy will be at ease in the night if we have a few people coming.
Lovely. And Ray, fair play to you.
And fair play to me.
Good luck.
Good luck.
The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre and Wonderful Food Items and Maeve's Cozy Front Lounge.